Hi everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the show. We're grateful to have you with us. We are humbled by your presence, and if you can give us a thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, repost, follow us on social media, and reach out to maybe 25 of your contacts in your phone and share the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast with them. We greatly appreciate that. And all of those are free to do. They don't cost anything. And you can find, and others can find all of our shows where you listen to podcasts. So it's been a busy time rehearsing for the uh, upcoming tour. It's been pretty grueling uh, on us, and uh, it's uh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Uh, we'll be seeing a lot of you. Uh, can't say a whole lot more than that, but be on the be on the lookout. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. So we haven't been with you for a little bit, but we've taken the time that we've had to do the rehearsals and instead of shows. So we haven't done a show like maybe in a week and a half. Uh, it's okay. Still have over 500 episodes, so uh, nothing else uh, will change that. So thank you for making Voices for Voices who we are and helping people across the world, as is our big goal, is to reach and help at least 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. Uh, you know, as we've shared quite a bit throughout the course of our organization and our show, that we want to just help people, that story, experiences, whatever it may be. And I think I think life is I think life's hard. I think life's hard for everybody, not just using it as an excuse. I think it's just hard. There's just so many different decisions that we make, and then we sometimes immediately see what the uh, what the I'll say what the answer is, but we get that immediate feedback, and sometimes we don't. And when we don't get that immediate feedback, for me, that's the hardest, uh, because I am a person that looks for validation and wants to know if I'm on the right track or not. And that's why I think it's so important for everybody, not just me. I think it's important for everybody to have someone they can talk to, somebody that's not going to judge, somebody that we can talk to and share what's going on in our lives. And again, that's not gonna not gonna judge us. uh, because I think a lot of times we get judged, whether intentionally or unintentionally. And I think that's the big thing to think about is, man, can I just talk to somebody? Can I just share what's happening or what has happened, what's on my mind? And for me, therapy, counseling, whatever we want to refer to it as, it's helpful just to talk about things. And so I'm not talking about this like, oh, I'm this high and mighty person because I go to therapy. Actually, very much the opposite. I, for so many years, was just so hard-nosed and didn't want to go, didn't want to do it. And again, it took a kind of a catastrophic series of events for me to go, okay, Justin, we got to do it. We 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 just have to. There's just so much more on earth that we have to do. And even when there's times where it feels like there isn't, like, what am I here for? What am I what am I here for? And there's a song called The Author, Nick Jonas, where he talks about, we're just the ink in the pen in the hand of the author. So I think it was probably a previous show where we discussed a little bit of that, where yeah, we're just the ink in the pen in the hand of the author. And I believe, my author is God, Jesus Christ. Um, Maybe yours is the same, maybe it's different, maybe it's not at all. That's okay. We don't have to all be the same, right? We're all unique. So there's so many different ways that we're unique as individuals. And so just talking to somebody, it's right when you talk to somebody, you're like, oh my gosh, Justin's talking about not being judged, and here's somebody that I'm talking and sharing so many things with. How do I know they're not judging me? Well, we just have to have a little faith that they're not judging us. Because otherwise, we put ourselves in that same position that we were already in of I got all these things in my head. I gotta share them, whether it's through a journal, whether it's through therapy, whether it's a combination, and whether we think we have, that we need to, talk to also a psychiatrist or anything like that. Yeah, there's Lucy going. Um, I look at it from this perspective. It can't hurt to talk to somebody who wants to help. And yeah, there's labels. I mean, I have labels of all the diagnoses that I have. And I know for a lot of people, there's still that stigma. Like, oh, that's not me. That's not me. I don't want to, have an air label on me. I don't want to have somebody tell me, okay, you're in, this area because of whatever symptoms line up with maybe a diagnosis. For me, it seems like my list keeps growing and growing and growing, but it's who I am. I wouldn't be who I am if I was any different. Is it fun? No, it's not fun at all. Is it helping me? Yeah, because of these diagnoses, I'm able to have my counselor, therapist help me in those specific ways that if I didn't have the diagnoses, that I wouldn't I wouldn't be able to. And there's still a stigma. People are like, okay, Justin, mental health. Like there still is the stigma around mental health, mental illness. And I think that's one of the reasons why some people are very hesitant to want to talk to somebody. Like I can't be one of those people. I'm not one of those people. Guess who thought that? Me. That's how it started out in 2017 and even earlier than that. I'm not, I don't have anything like that wrong with me. I don't have depression. I don't have anxiety. I don't have these things, these diagnoses. And it turns out that I do. And so I'm able to get care that is in alignment with my diagnoses. And then we talked about the stigma. The one other part is what are other people going to think about me? They're going to be, they're going to be whispering behind my back. Big deal. Like, who's to say these other people don't also or aren't also going through some of the same things? We don't know unless we ask them. I mean, we really don't. So I think the big takeaway, which we talk about a lot, but we need the reinforcement, is it's okay to talk to a psychiatrist. It's okay to talk to a therapist. It's okay if we need medication. Like, this is coming from somebody, me, who's telling myself in my mind for so many years, I don't want to be one of those people. I don't want to have to start taking medication because then I'm never going to stop and it's going to hurt my life and I'm not going to be able to, drink alcohol or whatever that may be. but my life and your life is all of our lives are precious. So shouldn't we want what's best for ourselves? And I know it takes lot of takes a lot to go forward and schedule those visits and go through with them. And everybody has to do it kind of in their own time. I think that's what happened with me is it just I had to do things in my own time. I had to come to grips. I had to swallow my ego. And I know there's some watching, some listening where you've been thinking about it and putting it off and putting it off. Well, let's make today the day that we just have a conversation. If I say get help, then people are like, oh, I don't need help. Just have a conversation. Just talk. Look, I don't enjoy taking medication. It's not like I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm so glad. No, but I do because in order for me to function in a positive manner and try to keep those negative thoughts, those judgments from me about me and what others may think, and keep those as low as possible, that that's something I just need. So I'd rather that than, than the opposite. So if you're thinking about getting help, just just do it. Have a conversation. I mean, if you twist an ankle, you may need to go see a doctor. Nobody would say, well, I don't know why you went to see a doctor. You twisted your ankle really badly. Could be sprained, could be broken. It could be people say, well, yeah, of course. I want to get either for me or a loved one, friend, family, anybody. I want them to get better. So it's the same thing with our mental health. And I think that's the big takeaway. So thanks for watching, listening, being with us here in the United States or across the world. We're grateful for you being with us. If you can give us the thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, repost. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. That's where we're most active at. And maybe if you could reach out to 25 or 50 contacts in your phone and share the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast with them, we greatly appreciate that. So thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the next episode. Let's celebrate the voices of everybody in the world and let's be a voice for ourselves and somebody else in need. Bye bye for now.